Hi there, I'm Ryan Clissa and this is Peter Herz. And we're here today to talk about a really important subject, underwriting. And how many of you have been in conversations internally where you're talking with your executive leadership and they're saying, if only we could quote more business that's in our appetite, we'd win. It's that simple, but it's not that simple, right? There's complexities to it. And that's one of the major issues that this exciting partnership between our companies is here to solve. Now, as I've mentioned, carriers struggle finding the ability to only quote the submissions that meet their risk appetite, right? They spend hours sifting through data, trying to find the right risks, and oftentimes are left with situations where they're wasting time and effort of underwriters unproductively. Long turnaround times from back to agents as a result of this. Sifting through data, trying to find the information that they need to make quick decisions, lacking documents. These are all issues that increase the lag time it takes to turn around a piece of business, which we know reduces the ability to win that particular submission. There's also technical issues that pop up all the time with agencies going through quotes. Agencies prioritize simplicity, ease of doing business. If they run into issues repeatedly, they'll go and find a carrier that also meets that particular risk that's a little bit more streamlined or seamless to do business with. And then of course, all of this culminates into inefficiencies from a cost perspective. Operational costs increase as you spin cycles trying to solve the proverbial underwriting issues. So, how do you solve this? Well, we don't have the exact right answer for you, but we can get you pretty darn close. And that's where this handsome gentleman, Peter, right here, and myself are here to talk about a really exciting partnership between INSTANDA and Floatbot to help support your underwriting teams. And Peter's going to give a brief background about how exciting INSTANDA's platform is for MGAs and carriers. So Peter, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Ryan. So yeah, every carrier or MGA needs to have 3 core systems to run their business. They need a policy system, which is what INSTANDA provides. It's a policy administration system. And then of course they need a way to process claims and billing as well. So there's 3 core components. So we're really provide one of the 3 pillars to carriers and MGAs. INSTANDA's been around for about 15 years. We have 120 clients around the globe. Are used by tier 3, tier 4 carriers as well as 1s and 2s, but we're also very popular in the MGA space. Just to give you an example of our reach, with a top 10 global carrier, they built and launched a life product across 4 markets in 6 months with INSTANDA and integrated the digital journeys across their brokers. And then again, with a fast growth MGA that we worked with, they launched 3 new products within 90 days. And generally, when you're launching products with a policy system, whether it's a legacy system or any one of the other solutions out there, you're looking at months and months. So since INSTANDA is a no-code software solution, you can get to market very, very quickly. And carriers learn to do it themselves too. So if they want to make changes or launch a new line, they're not reliant on us or an SI. They learn to do it themselves. And again, it's because it's a no-code environment. And just to talk about our partnership with Floatbot, it adds tremendous value to our product. Floatbot enables insurers to enhance their customer journeys by incorporating voice, text, and chat bots to increase policy, consumer engagement, and increase customer satisfaction. So it's become a very important talk track for us. A little bit more about INSTANDA. So I mentioned we're about 15 years old. We operate across the globe, so we're headquartered in the UK. We have a tremendous market presence across EMEA, and we're growing rapidly in North America as well too. And then as far as what we compete against, so generally if they have a legacy system that they've outgrown, or perhaps it's no longer meeting their system requirements, they want a PaaS system, and that's where INSTANDA comes into play. And some of the things that we've value adds is just a 40% faster launch, and I mentioned before they can get to market in under 6 months with a 30% cost reduction. We are seeing that legacy systems are stifling growth for MGAs and carriers. A lot of these things are held together by duct tape and rubber bands, and they're really creating some pain points for them, and they look to us to solve a lot of that for them. And then digital distribution, of course, has become a very important part, which again adds a lot of value to us from a partnership with Floatbot. Our strategic difference over legacy systems, time to launch, we reduced that dramatically from months, 2 to 6 months, to 12 to 20, legacy systems are 12 to 24 months. We can break it down to 2 to 6. It's not vendor reliant. They have full control over the system, so if they want to make changes, they can do it on their own. They're not reliant on their SI or on INSTANDA professional services to do it. And then it's all cloud, so there's no on-prem components as there is with legacy systems. Everything is managed in the cloud on Microsoft Azure. What sets us apart? Flexible architecture. Use only what you want to need, and then you can add modules as your MGA and carriers grow and add more lines, and INSTANDA grows with you. The agility, again, you can iterate in hours, not months. And then proven scalability. Again, we're all the way through tier 1 through tier 4 carriers as well as MGAs, so it can be as simple or as complex as they want it to be. Brian?
Yeah, thank you, Peter. So INSTANDA is providing the core agility that you need to run faster and quote more new business. Floatbot plugs in seamlessly to create better customer experiences as well as increased agility on the back side as well. We have 4 pre-trained insurance AI agents. Lisa handles claims FNOL and status updates, being able to automate the full FNOL process. Addie, your digital worker for claims. Adjuster's best friend, scheduling appointments, following up with customers, doing translation, you name it, Addie can be your best friend. Aura plugs in directly to INSTANDA to be the appetite guide, to help support underwriters to track down missing documents, allowing them to spend more time writing the business that they want to write. And then Lexi, all things billing, customer service, you name it. She is a whiz around basic type of requests that you get every single day. Now, while our partnership with INSTANDA is something we value extremely, if you're not yet on INSTANDA, it doesn't mean that you have to wait to start, right? We bring value beyond just the INSTANDA platform, whether that's voice bots, out-of-the-box data integrations that we can provide to knowledge bases that you have. We can deploy not only in underwriting, but as I mentioned, customer service, claims use cases, so we can start across any of your legacy systems, other platforms, even your own proprietary systems. So a few examples within the customer service standpoint, policy support for things like endorsements, transcriptions and call summaries. We're able to live record every single call that comes in, be able to flag them for things that may not be picked up from the CSRs in a busy workload day. Language translation. How many times do you say, hey, I don't have enough Spanish-speaking staff to support these customer calls that are coming in? We can do two-way live translation on calls. We also offer the ability to do IT help desk technical support to common challenges that may happen, whether it's in INSTANDA or other systems that you have yourself. Chatting and co-browsing, live human collaboration, and then email triaging, the ability to auto-reply to emails. From the underwriting standpoint, we can provide full quoting support, throughout the process. If you're a direct-to-consumer carrier, you're helping agents walk through a submission online, helping reduce the abandonment, get more submissions pushed through. Again, transcriptions and call summaries, the ability to do language translation. We can help support document management to be able to ingest documents, summarize and place them into your core systems. Once again, chat and co-browsing and email triaging. So you see a lot of synergies between the customer servicing standpoint as well as the underwriting side. We can support either or both journeys together.
Cool.
And wanted to give you an idea of what the chatbots can look like. Again, this can work across voice, this can work across email, SMS. Here's an example of a chatbot that I can play for you. So in this case, a really good example of an underwriting use case. Think of how many calls come in from brokers that say, hey, this is a new product, especially if you're an MGA, this is not admitted business. What does this policy all cover? Would you cover this? What are the limits? Will you be competitive? Are there exclusions I need to know about? All of that can be fully trained on your data. We'll do it, build it for you, help you maintain it, and it's here available 24 hours a day for your agents. Think of the convenience that that can bring to them. Again, just one example of many ways that our partnership together with INSTANDA drives significant value to underwriting and customer service. We hope you really enjoyed this video here today. I want to thank my guest, Peter Herz from INSTANDA. We look forward to talking with you all. Feel free to inquire anything that we can help support you with, answer any questions or set up some demos. Thanks so much and hope you enjoy the rest of your day in beautiful Vegas.